Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a hare's ear Comparadun. The hook I have in the vise is an 80000. This is a size 14. Green Caddis Outfitters, greencaddis.com. The thread I'm going to use is 8/0 rusty brown. This is 70 denier. And we're going to start our thread at the eye of the hook, and we're going to come back halfway, and then we're going to come forward half of that, and this will be where we place our wing. Get rid of that excess. For the wing, I'm going to use a fine deer hair. You can get Comparadun hair from the stores. They specify for Comparadun hair. I have some of my hair stacker. I have about 1/3 the diameter of a pencil in there. I'm going to stack it. Get nice straight tips. Before I take it out, I'm going to turn it this way because this is the direction we're going to tie them in. When we take it out, we're going to remove any loose stuff. We're going to measure that to be the size of the hook shank. We're going to hold it tight. Take maybe 2 loose turns. Then pull it tight. And tighten that down. And once we get that on there tight, we can go ahead and trim the excess. Going to trim this at an angle. And we're going to continue wrapping the hair to the rear. You saw that spun around, but we're going to take care of that with a drop of head cement. And we bring that thread right back to the where it would hang at the bar. Take a little bit of head cement here. I'm going to put some on the entire thread body here, or the thread base, and get some underneath the wing. Let it soak in. I'm going to touch off some of the excess. Now for the tail, yesterday I showed you how to take apart that shoelace, and I have one of the strands, and I took that in half. I like this especially because it has these curves in it from being in the shoelace. And I'm going to tie that in, and you want this shuck to be about the length of the hook shank. And just tie that in and bring that up there slightly to ensure a good secure tie. Then trim that off. Take the rear. I'm going to push it a little bit, and you see that makes like a little bit of a bubble there. And I'm going to trim that, and that way you'll get uneven shuck. Tie that in the remainder there. I'm not going to go all the way back. Now I'm going to take a piece of number 16 gold and silver tinsel. This is really small. I think this is the smallest you could get. And I'm going to tie that in. And now I'm going to put some wax on the thread, and I'm going to dub with my light hare's ear. And when we dub this, we want to make a really skinny noodle because we already have a thicker body there. So we want to make this noodle really tight. Now I'm going to wrap this, go back to the tail, and then bring it forward. And when we reach the wing, I'm going to take the tinsel. I only took a small piece of this. I have about 2 inches here. And we're going to wrap it, and we're going to see the gold side. And when we get up to the wing, we want to tie that off. I'm going to remove a little bit of that hare's ear there. Put a couple of wraps there. Now I'm going to, first I'm going to trim off the tinsel. And I'm going to trim down the hare's ear from the loose hairs. Now I'm going to take that wing and I'm going to stand it up. We're going to wrap right in front of it and rub the hair with your thread, and that will cause it to stand up nice. Then you can take the hair and you can fan it out. I still have a little bit of dubbing on there. I'm going to probably need a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the thorax area. Oh, no, pretty good. Got a little bit of a hair there and it messed it up. Wrap that thorax and make the head. We'll have a nice rusty colored head on there. Take our whip finish. Move that. Pull any loose hairs away from the front. I'm going to go ahead and fan that wing out there a little bit more since I pulled back on it. When you fan it out, you want it almost 180 degrees around the shank. Take our head cement. And here we have the gold-ribbed hare's ear Comparadun. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.